So the countdown is on, guys, to the demolition time for the Sheraton Hotel in Arlington. Down in a matter of minutes here, less than 3 minutes, I would say. So the demolition is happening sooner at 8:15 because of weather that could be coming in. And crews are set to blow off nearly 400 pounds of dynamite to bring this building on your screen, to bring that down. So it'll take 4,000 feet of detonating cord and then nearly 650 detonators to trigger that implosion. So the Sheraton Hotel opened 40 years ago, by the way. After its demolition, crews will begin building a new luxury resort in its place called the Americana. The project is worth $500 million as well. And Arlington PD says just to avoid the area near East Copeland Road, AT&T Way, and Convention Drive while crews work. So we're showing scenes right now. This is the Sheraton Hotel. Obviously, this looks like one of our new cameras at the Arlington Entertainment District. I would say we're about 90 seconds out from the demolition. Again, this was started out at 8:30, then they moved up to 8:15 due to weather in Berkeley. I mean, Dan also mentioned that they're not really concerned, obviously, with the rain obviously coming down, more so just being mindful of the lightning and so forth. You know, just safety precautions.
Especially with folks out there watching and waiting for this demolition. I think a good call to move it up just in case. Good news is most of this has steered to the east of Arlington. Keep an eye on that, though, because it is expected to be an active day. They did mention, or Dan mentioned, that the fact that rain is falling may actually help with the dust and everything. So something interesting.
I didn't even realize that.
And winds are relatively calm right now. I think that will also help, but we'll watch. I mean, the cleanup, it's going to take some time. But as far as the implosion, man, we're just, 30 seconds away now.
I was going to say, we're about 30 seconds away. You can see, spectators out there. And, if you are watching from home, if you do live in the area, some roads will be blocked, obviously, for this. So as we're on the countdown, we're probably about less than 20 seconds away. Here, a live look at the Sheraton Hotel in Arlington. It's coming down right now at 8:14. Wow. On this Saturday, you just see it right there, just coming down on the ground. Dan Godwin is live, obviously, there, reporting and witnessing this moment. I mean, this has been standing for more than 40 years. We listen to a lot of people that are there right now. A mother brought her son at 5:45 to witness this. A lot of people have memories of the Sheraton Hotel that once stood there for 40 years, more than 40 years, and now it has come down. We're carrying this live on Good Day here on TV. I think Dan, I hope he's listening to me right now. If we have him right now, guys, back there, want to get to him because he just witnessed all of that. He's been there at the scene for earlier this morning, preparing for this moment. I don't know if we have Dan out there, if he can hear me right now. Okay, we do have Dan. So, Dan, I see the smile on your face. What a moment. I know a lot of people are there. I mean, take me through what you just witnessed right in front of you.
Well, I think the first, maybe the biggest impression that a lot of people will have who were here and maybe who even saw it on television, it was the speed with which the hotel came down. I mean, we heard some loud blasts, a few hundred sticks of dynamite. And that 19-floor hotel just came down in a heap with remarkable speed. And right now there's some dust that's blowing our way. Not the most pleasant sensation, but we'll continue to share some of the impressions. So, as we mentioned, 19 floors of the Sheraton Arlington Hotel, opened in 1984. Some places, a place, as Tizia was talking about, that people have very, very vivid memories, a lot of happy memories associated with the hotel. And once it came down, it was on the ground in a matter of seconds. A pretty remarkable thing to see. I guess you'd have to give credit to the company that handled this implosion, demolition. Certainly looked like it came off perfectly without a hitch. And as we have mentioned repeatedly, with amazing speed. The biggest factor right now is all of the dust that's blowing our direction. So right now, a little bit of rain would be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, that's
to kind of clear the air.
That's reasons why they kind of moved it up, because of the weather. I mean, we've been tracking the showers. Berkeley has been tracking it on the radar and all of that. And so, I mean, you did make a point that the rain would have helped with the debris and all that you see right there. I did see one of the spectators having a cloth in front of her, because I know it's a lot, so it would be helpful to have rain right now. But yeah, it was moved up to also be mindful of the lightning and thunder out there, possible chances of that. Dan, I got to ask you, I mean, you just mentioned, you showed us your reaction. We did see on live TV of the Sheraton implosion. It came down so fast, honestly, in a snap of fingers. I mean, I think all morning we said, yeah, it would probably take less than 45 seconds, but it happened so fast. I'm just curious, the reaction from all the spectators out there, too. They're probably super impressed. I'm wondering about that boy you interviewed, too. First time seeing something like this.
Well, I'll tell you, the section where they moved us to was mostly ended up being news media and then dignitaries. So we were not, in the midst of a really large crowd of civilians or spectators. I'm sure that everyone who was close enough really shared that same impression that it was a really remarkable sight. I'll tell you, what we're witnessing now in this area is a pretty quick exodus. It seems like once that wind kind of kicked up and once the dust started blowing this direction, people made for the exits. Prior to the implosion, there was a small ceremony held here where we heard from the CEO of Lowe's Hotels as well as the city manager of Arlington. They just shared a few thoughts about the significance of this day, bidding farewell to the Sheraton Arlington and welcoming this new remarkable, much bigger resort, the Americana by Lowe's Hotels. So that's a process. The construction that will take, we are told, about 3 years, but it's really going to be quite an addition to Arlington's Entertainment District. Tizia.
Dan, yeah, you're absolutely right. Thank you for that. I'm still just taken back by just seeing how fast that building went down. But Dan, thank you so much for, being there with us all morning. I think you have something to say. Go ahead, buddy.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tizia, the weather is changing and the wind is shifting.
Yeah.
So now we've got a good look at what is left of the Sheraton Arlington. Again, opened in 1984, was a very successful part of this city's entertainment district and the development of this city and this remarkable space in the Metroplex where so much is happening. But now we see what the Sheraton is reduced to, a pile of rubble as the dust begins to gradually clear up here. Yeah,
reduced to rubble, but you know what? This is now the beginning of a new chapter for that area. Lots of memories that people hold, of course, but I'm looking forward to the next projects. And now the crews have a lot to do to clean up all of that debris and mess out there. Dan, thank you so much for working for us and helping us out this Saturday morning. We're going to obviously get back to you and let you breathe a little bit because I know there's debris everywhere. But Dan, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Let's turn things over to Berkeley.